See, if you're a very critical person, you are going to know that so many things are wrong with religion. Like, religion is so messed up, and I think it is because as children, especially if you are born and raised in a very Christian home, as children there are a lot of things that we were taught and indoctrinated with, and because we don't have the capacity to think, we don't have the capacity to critically dissect those information, we just swallow it like that. And then when we become adults and we probably start critically thinking about those things, it doesn't make sense. And because it doesn't make sense, you start thinking, how did I believe this trash? Like, how did I come about? How did I arrive here? But you have to be a critical thinker to even arrive to the point where you think that there is something wrong with something that you have been taught all your life. And one problem with something that you have known as a child or have been taught all your life is you have difficulty on learning or relearning those things, because this is what you are comfortable with. It is comfortable for you to stay in that lie than for you to learn the truth, because it is very difficult for you to wake up and say the truth to yourself that this thing where they don't teach you when you did small a lie. You have to be a critical person, a person that is willing to learn, a person that is willing to unlearn, relearn, a person that is willing to think critically, dissect information without emotions, and come up with like a conclusion. Listening to this Abel Damina guy has taught me a lot of things, because the way that this guy approached religion is unconventional. Like, it's different from what we used to know. I think that's why a lot of people have difficulty accepting him, listening to him, or agreeing with him, because they are not comfortable with unlearning a lot of trash that they have learned as children.
Damina said, God does not give babies. Yes, sir, I said so. I'm not disputing. Okay, God gives babies, right? A young man that is on drugs suddenly picks a girl on the road and rapes her, and she got pregnant and produces a child that is blind. It came from God. And a woman in church faithfully paying tithes, because they say you have to pay the tithe 50 years in advance. So she faithfully paid her tithe 50 years in advance. Her and her husband have been paying tithe, fasting and praying for 15 years, no baby. And this violent boy on drugs grabbed a girl without her consent, raped her, and she has twins. So God is like that. Somebody said, but the Bible says children are the heritage of the Lord. How do you read? Children are the heritage of the Lord means God set the system of reproduction, but you will determine whether you get pregnant or not by engaging in the needful. It is when all done has failed, we can believe for a miracle. And even the miracle, you will have to receive it. God doesn't force it on people. God does miracles, but even in the miracle, it will still be involving you and the woman. The miracle will not fall from the sky. If babies come from God, and a family did family planning and stopped, so our family planning is stronger than God. God is saying, no, you must have a child. And family planning is saying, you know, fit. And God is saying, yes, sir. Can you see how whacked that theology is? God has set the system of reproduction in men, but men will have to engage it. And even in the engagement, there are things a woman must eat for the health of the baby. There is a lifestyle a woman will adopt for the health of that baby. Otherwise, the baby can be endangered. The baby can come out deformed. There are babies that come out premature, and they carry them and put them inside incubator. So God sent a premature baby that requires human incubator.